afternoon this week. It's so dark.
Back up the tripod.
I just can't point toward the sky. That's the problem. So yeah, we're live. We're still adjusting the camera. It is so stinking bright out there. I don't know. I don't know if we are live. I see comments.
Yep, we're live.
Shane was saying, we got several Shanes. He was saying, how come every live stream I watch, people always start out with, are we live yet? Are we live yet? Are we live yet?
You just don't know yet.
It's such a horrible lag. I've got a laptop set up right here. She's got her phone, and it's literally 30 seconds before it pops up on these. Yeah, it's so dark you can't see us. So we just never know when we're live. I'm going to keep playing with this camera. It is not liking that afternoon sun at all. I guess we're just going to have to be dark until the sun starts setting. It is what it is. So we're dealing with it, doing the best we can. So we got quite a few people in the house. Actually, we have way more than I was expecting for this is Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had no idea. We're not really into sports. I didn't think about this being Super Bowl Sunday, so I was curious how many people be on. I don't think the game starts for another hour and a half, but I know a lot of people like to watch it early and
have us on while you're doing your Super Bowl party.
yeah, tell all your friends, tell them subscribe and watch us. Force them to watch us before the Super Bowl. So yeah. So yeah, welcome everybody. So I already see a lot of people asking about the recent picture that we posted. So one of my good friends had his 50th birthday party on Friday night, and we went over and celebrated that with him. And he loves disco music, loves to dance, loves disco music. So yeah, we got in our giddy up, got dressed up, and went over there and had us a disco night. So I know a lot of people probably expecting that. We didn't think about it. We threw all of our nasty, stinking clothes in the laundry yesterday. Maybe we should have wore them on the live stream. Some people said it hurt their eyes. They wouldn't want to see it. A lot of people, I think, did want to see it. All right. So yeah, Elvis is in the house. Boy, I've been called Liberace. I've been called Elvis. I've been called a lot of stuff over the last couple of days.
He kind of looked like, well, he had a black wig on at one point, and he looked like Lenny Kravitz.
You know what? And I did not get a single photo of me in the black.
No, we didn't.
The black wig, and that's the one that looked the best, I thought. But yeah, I mean, I play a mean Lenny Kravitz. All right, so yeah, quite a few people in the house from Massachusetts to New Jersey to all over Florida I'm seeing here. So welcome. And Timothy says, well, you blew my guess for your move-in date of Valentine's Day. Sorry about that. Yep. We're definitely still a month or two. I'd probably say 2 months away because there's still so much to do. I think it's going to be April before we get the CO. And keep in mind when we get our CO, our certificate of occupancy, basically the thumbs up from the inspector, we're still not going to be 100% complete. We still have porch stuff to do, outside stuff. A CO does not require that a house be 100%. It just has some major things that has to be done, like plumbing and septic and your electrical signed off on, all that good stuff. The inspector can care less if your baseboard moldings are in or trims around the windows, or even if your walls are painted. That stuff is actually not required. But we're not gonna try to move in too terribly early either, even if we get the certificate of occupancy, because the last thing that we want to do is live in a house that's still under construction.
Yeah.
Now, some minor things, sure, whatever. I'm ready to go get in a shower, ready to go sleep in a real bed in a big bedroom. And still
not fight over one bathroom.
Yeah, not fight over one bathroom. That's going to be so nice. 2 toilets, y'all. Can't wait. We'll move in and still finish some final stuff. But I don't know. I'm thinking in a couple of months, we're good to go. Now, there's still huge projects to go. Huge projects. Flooring. Got to go out there and finish the siding on the house. Got to paint the house. I got to do the porch ceiling. What else is there? All the trim. Oh, my goodness. All the trim. Not only is that going to be outrageous, I'm trying to think of workarounds for that, making more of my own trim, but that's a heck of a job trimming out an entire house. All the doors, so to hang the interior doors, trim all them out. So a lot of work left to do. Then we can get into some fun projects like the outdoor kitchen, eventually the deck, maybe a pool. I have a very special project that I am so excited about that I finally spilled the beans for with her that none of y'all know about, that once we kind of get past the pool and deck, we're going to get into it. And I'm not trying to lead y'all into something or clickbait you by telling you early, but a lot of people keep asking, what are you going to do after the house is done? Oh my goodness, we still have so many projects.
Yes,
Plus all the stuff I want to come out in the shop and build, from fire pits and smokers and stuff. Then we want to get into the animal side of things, but the house is far from done once we get a CO. I promise that. We're going to constantly be adding on, building things, getting into the fun projects, custom built furniture, all kinds of things. I'm excited. I'm more excited about the after house stuff than I am the house currently. I really am. I'm looking forward to building some of that stuff and putting some of all these tools that I got to build the house, really putting them to work and getting my creative juices flowing, because rough construction is one thing. Getting to come out and custom build things, that's where my passion's at. I really enjoy getting my hands dirty, figuring things out. In case y'all haven't noticed. So Frank says, great job on the tongue groove ceiling. Looks amazing. Thank you very much. I could not be any happier with how that turned out.
We just go in there and just stare at it.
We do. We'll go out there from time to time and just look, and we'll talk, and we'll think about one day sitting on a couch looking up at that ceiling. That ceiling is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. The colors, everything. I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. And Crystal wants to know, does Liberace know that I stole his clothes? Not yet. No, he doesn't know yet. And speaking of Crystal, a big shout out and thank you. She's always thinking of us. We had us a little gift show up in the mail this week from her.
So much.
I ain't gonna lie, it took me a minute to figure out what the heck it was. I had to get on Amazon. I was like, what is this? And I forgot. I got it over in the house. I forgot to bring it. And once I finally figured out what it was, I was like, what a cool, neat idea.
It is.
So it's a fold-up clothes hanger that looks nice and neat on the wall. You unfold it, a bar drops down. But here's the cool thing. I've always seen her when she's taking clothes out of the laundry that you got to put on a hanger. Then you got to go find somewhere to hang it. She'll hang them on our pantry and everything else.
I was
in here.
already going to think of an idea like to hang on the wall, but I like that idea so much
it
better.
folds out. You can take your clothes out, hang them, let them dry, whatever. Get them out your way while you're still doing the rest of your laundry, and then you fold it right back up. It looks neat and clean and fits the laundry room. I think that's a cool invention. I love stuff like that. Also this week, a big shout out to Shane. He sent us a wonderful letter and a wonderful gift box.
Come here.
Come here. So let me interrupt real quick. Bullet is very interested in what's going on in the house, because even though it's Sunday afternoon, the tile guy is actually here working on the shower. We'll talk about that in a second. But a big shout out to Shane. He sent us a wonderful goodie box this week, all the way from Wisconsin, full of cheeses and meats and everything else. I mean, loaded us down.
It was such a thoughtful gift.
Yeah, it's going to take forever to get through that. So needless to say, I've been snacking on some of the meat sticks and all today. Funny thing is, she bought me a big sausage, summer sausage and cheese and all beginning of the week. I'd already tore into that, so I had to finish that off. Now I'm going into a whole other box of goodies like that with cheeses and meats and everything else. So thank you so much for thinking about us. Thank you for the kind letter. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for everybody.
Yes.
There's always little goodies popping up in our P.O. box.
We appreciate it. It's like Christmas.
It is. It's like Christmas all year long. Thank y'all. And y'all are showing me some stuff that, heck, I ain't never even seen before. All right, here. So somebody's saying April Fool's Day. I'm thinking it's going to be a little later than that, but you never know. We're busting it out. We're getting with it. I see people talking about Bengals, Bengals, Bengals. I guess they're playing tonight. I don't have a clue who they're playing. And bearskin rug so I can admire the ceiling, says Robert Gray. I still think that's a great idea. I don't think I necessarily need Cash's Amazon bearskin rug, but a real bearskin rug, me laid out looking at that ceiling, I can see that. That's nice. That's nice. So back to the tile, because Miss Gail did ask me to bring that up during the live stream. I've got a little sneak peek picture going to come out tomorrow. The tile is still ongoing in the shower. Actually, this guy came and worked till 11 o'clock last night, believe it or not. So I caught very little footage. I apologize, but come out and worked on a Saturday, worked late into the night, and now he's back here on a Sunday busting out again. It's a slow process. Oh my goodness, is it a tedious process? I'm so glad I hired it out. He spent 5 times as much time measuring and doing layout as he actually has the work. There is just so much forethought and layout that has to go in, getting all your cuts right and not making sure you have odd corners meter or strips of tile. It's crazy, y'all. It is absolutely crazy. But I will have a video out maybe by the end of the week if he knocks it all out and gets everything sealed in. But the shower is ongoing right now. I cannot wait till we have that big, beautiful walk-in shower.
Yes.
So there's your little update on that. It's not even, well, I'd say it's halfway because there's so much prepared work from the base and the shower pan and everything else that's already done.
Into that.
Yeah. So it's going. We're excited about it. We really are. All right. So Steve Kelley says, what's cooking and what's for dinner tonight? I'm seeing a few of those.
Yes, we are having taco hamburgers. Thanks to
Kevin Brewer.
Yes.
I think Kevin.
I saw his name on here.
All
I
right.
believe.
I think Kevin's already on here, but he sent us a suggestion on our Facebook. Sent me a private message. and said, hey, this is a recipe that we try at the house. I'm sure she's already threw a twist on it because she has
Oh, I didn't even look at I just kind of like made it my own.
she has to mess with everything. But Kevin inspired us with a taco burger, basically.
Yeah.
I love taco flavors. So we're going to
He's obsessed with anything taco, so I knew I wouldn't even have to ask him about this.
I absolutely am. So thanks to Kevin. And if any of y'all have some awesome ideas for the Blackstone,
Yes, I'm running out.
our email's in the description, or get to us on Facebook. You can private message us there. We will gladly take any suggestions that y'all have because, yeah, we kind of are running out of few. We don't repeat the same old thing. Plus, we love new recipes and trying things out.
Yes. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to have nachos with it too.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what else goes. Robert says he's snacking on chocolate-covered pretzels right now. That does sound good. And love your videos watching from Nacogdoches, Texas. Boy, I haven't heard that name in a long time. I have not heard that name in a heck of a long time.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
You never heard of Nacogdoches?
No.
I sure have. It's in some songs and some other stuff as well. So Tim says, do you really want a bearskin rug? Well, I kind of do, but just letting y'all know, I don't want to go to the P.O. box find a bunch of bearskin rugs. I kind of want one off of our property. They used to allow bear hunting here, and we've got a heck of a bear problem. We really do. If they ever allow it again, I would like to harvest a bear. I would like to try to eat one. I've always been curious about the meat, heard about it, and I think I would for the occasion and having something come off of the property. You know how much that would be? That would be outrageous amount. The bearskin rug's already going to be crazy
you can get
expensive.
into taxidermy, can't you?
Nah, I ain't got no interest in all that. But a bearskin rug off the property, I think would be awesome. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, if they're ever going to open up hunting again or not. They may be, maybe not. So we'll have to see. I think I joke about it more than anything, but if I could get one off the property and have the memories and everything that goes along with it,
that would be pretty cool.
yeah, I would do it. I absolutely would. So, Michael says, after watching my video, he went out and bought him a Whopper Plopper today. Yeah, he's talking about my videos on our other channel, our outdoor channel. By far, my favorite lure. Absolutely by far. So, I'm assuming Mr. Terry turned you on to that, supposedly. Good luck, man. A lot of people are starting to fish with that lure now, so the fish are getting educated with it. But by far, my favorite lure to throw for bass fishing. I cannot wait for it to warm up for that reason. I'm not really ready for winter leave just yet, but I am super excited about some fishing.
Yeah, maybe you'll get to do some fishing this year.
I certainly hope so. I say that every year. You know, heck, I basically have been retired the last year and a half, and I've worked more now than I've ever worked in my life, even when I worked shift work and 60 hours a week. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to go fishing this year. We'll have to see. So there's Kevin. Yep, he says, no problem. Yep, thank you for the suggestion. So Morton is all the way from Denmark, so it's very satisfying to follow your progress. You make me feel like I'm part of the family. Welcome, man. That's the way this thing's supposed to feel like. That's why we have the community tabs and the comments and everything for everybody to socialize and talk. And the live streams are by far probably the most intimate part of YouTube. The people that get on here, it's usually a small portion. I consider those like the people that are truly like, not necessarily devoted to the channel, but to the community and to us. This is kind of where you learn more about people's personalities, their lifestyle, personal information.
Plus,
things
I
like
get
that.
to show up.
Yeah, and this is the one time a week that we truly set aside and can dedicate to get Tiffany here because I know everybody constantly asks, why is she not on videos? I'm telling y'all, it's dark by the time she gets home. She is out there busting her butt, making sure financially we can try to live our dream of being debt-free. And it's been extremely difficult. Oh my goodness, it's been so difficult. But she's out there humping it, busting it. I'm trying to get this house put together and get us our dream home. So it's just what's working right now. We're definitely going to try to get her on some more videos. But thank you, watching all the way from Denmark. That's pretty awesome. So I see Casey's on here. Although, Casey, you better not be driving because I know you're traveling home. And he says his date's going to win. I think he was like March 28th because he's talked to me a couple times about that. I'm still thinking it's going to be April. But if it winds up being the end of March, that's great because my date's always been March 22nd.
I could see Casey being like, I'm going to come over here and help you get it done so he wins his date.
Then we can't give him the gift because that's cheating. We can't do that then. So we'll see. I've always picked March 22nd, but we may push a little past that. And I pulled it out of thin air. I had no idea why. It just felt right when I chose that month.
May 18th, so let's hope we're not that long away.
It could be. I just want everything done before summer, which I'm inside now in the AC, but I don't want to work through another summer or another hurricane season. I want the house buttoned up. That was That was so stressful last year, working through 100-degree days and back-to-back tropical storms, wondering if hurricanes are going to hit, which the house is solid now, but I still want siding up and everything done. No more summertime work. I'll never start another house in the summer again, ever. Not happening. Steve says he's a taxidermist. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know where you live. If it's the other side of the country, I don't know that I can get you a bear over there, but we may have to see. So Darren and Joanne just jumped on all the way from the UK, and then Chris says he has a question and a suggestion. Finish the house. Gee, thanks for your awesome motivation there, Chris. I'm trying to finish the house. Aggravating. Let's see here. What else do we got? So Shauna says, well, I can come up to New Hampshire and get some bear. Don't tempt me, y'all. Especially if I get this house knocked out this year. Maybe I can do a little traveling hunting, something I've never really got to do before. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah. So Nature Nut says, hey, do y'all drink sweet tea?
Do we drink sweet tea?
We're from the South.
Shoot, we probably polished 3 gallons this week.
Yeah. Now, when I was a kid, all I drank was sweet tea all day long. I remember Mom made pitcher after pitcher after pitcher. Once I got a little older, we pretty much cut sweet tea out for a few years.
Yeah.
Now we've gotten back in it. I've got green tea in here, and don't trust me, I want to go inside and pour some sweet tea.
There
We've
might
got
not be much left.
Yeah, we put a dent in a gallon of it the last few days. We got where we've been drinking Milo sweet tea, but when I grew up, we always made it on the stove or made it in the microwave.
I just can't get mine to taste like your mom's or anybody else's.
Because you got to put about 2 pounds of sugar in it. That's why.
Sugar though.
That's what. When a spoon can stand up in it, you've got just the right amount of sugar in it.
No.
Oh yeah. So Sue says, have you thought about the design for an animal barn and fencing yet? I've played with it some. The animal barn, not so much. Now keep in mind, we built the big pole barn over here because the end of it, we actually are going to do some stalls in, a tack room, and I want to do a tool storage room out there.
Yeah, 2 bays at the end are what's going to be dedicated for that.
And we'll put a
area.
slab there. So we do already have that design in mind. I'm playing with an awesome, and I mean awesome, chicken coop design. As far as the rest of the structures, no, I haven't really got into them yet. But tack room, horse barn, yeah, been kicking it around, and chicken coop, I'm super excited to build that. I've got a really cool idea in mind. Oh, let's see here. We're talking about Nacogdoches still. Hello, Adrian. So Robert just jumped on from Crystal River. I still want to go down there one day because they got some amazing grouper fishing. That's where you can fish right there within sight of land and catch them. Let's see what it March. See, March 30th, wife's birthday, says Wade. I'm gonna try to hit it. I can't promise that I will. And Tim says he could probably get me a bear in the fall when he's at their Vermont place. Well, I want to get it, not you. Come on, you ain't gonna let your family come up there and hunt with you, Uncle Tim. Hey, everybody's still talking about sweet tea, sweet tea, sweet tea. I tell y'all what, I thought we got excited about food and me with the weather, but every week, these people, when you get them on food or sweet tea or anything like that, they can run for hours with it. Y'all like food just as much as we do. All right, so Alexander just said, from Richmond, Virginia, love what you're doing. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, John says they go through 3 gallons of sweet tea a day. Woo. That's a lot of sweet tea, man. Oh my goodness. See, Steve says he's from Newton, Georgia. I have definitely heard of that place. And Glenn asked, any plans for piggies? Well, I've kicked the idea back and forth for hogs, but we can get them.
Never know, but probably not.
The only reason I'd want them because they're trash compactors. You got to feed them anything out of the garden, scraps and whatever. The reason I don't want them is where we pretty much have to put them, you can get a north wind in the wintertime, and I really don't want to smell those jokers. I'm not going to say no to hogs, but we'll have to think about it. And we got so many wild ones around here, although they don't taste the same. I could go hunt and get wild hogs and actually harvest them that way without having them here and not knowing that 100% sure that I want them. So we'll have to kick that idea around. They definitely have their use on a little farm, though. So Richard said, what's the plan once the house is built? Start jumping into a bunch of DIY projects, although a lot of them are going to be for the house. I have some shop DIY projects I want to do for the channel, and animals. We have been holding off on animals, one, because, well, the tornado took a lot of our money away a few years ago for fencing and everything, and two, I've had no time to devote to animals right now with the house going. So I can put more focus and interest in that and preparing for them, from fencing and clearing tree lines to actually getting them, taking care of them, and spending the time with them every day that you're pretty much committing to do. So a lot of DIY projects and animals for sure is coming. But I assure y'all, once the house is done, the house is not done. Tons of projects still have to go. That's when the fun stuff kicks in. The stairs, the railing, the deck, the pool, the fire pit patio, the outdoor kitchen. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're just getting started. We don't need all that stuff for move-in. We can continue to work it, and we will. We're going to share every bit of that on the channel. Hot tea in England over there? Oh, no, I don't do no hot tea. My mom went and visited England a long time ago. She said that's one of the craziest things ever. I don't even know if y'all really have ice over there, do y'all? I think it was something like that threw her for a loop. We're from this hot south in Florida here. We put ice on everything. Cold iced tea, I mean, everything. Cold drinks is what we got to have down here. All right, I'm seeing more March guesses. 27th says Crystal. We were all pretty close, I think. We'll see. You never know. Life can throw you a curveball. All right, I'm starting to see some offers for hunting. We might have to look into that next year. So Darren and Joanne from the UK says, does sweet tea have lemon? And add ice when it's cold?
Mine has lemon.
We all about our lemon. Mm-hmm. I like lemon in my sweet tea.
When I go to a restaurant, I say, can I have lemon and sweet tea? Like saying lemon first, so you please bring my lemon.
And sometimes we'll get them to bring us a plate of multiple lemons. And yes, usually once you make it up hot, a lot of people stick it in the refrigerator, let it cool off, and then I'll put ice in my cup and pour it over it. You don't necessarily throw ice in it as soon as you make it hot because, well, you just watered it down a whole lot more then. But make it hot, like you're saying, put it in the refrigerator, cool it off, and then pour it over ice.
Yeah, you basically make a gallon of it, boil in bags, however many bags you want to boil, just depending on your tea. And then you put it in a pitcher in the refrigerator and serve it over ice.
Mm-hmm. Now, awesome. Well, I'll keep drinking my green tea. Doesn't taste quite as good. So Levi says, I teased him about an ice machine update a few weeks ago. I did, didn't I? I ain't lying to you. I have recorded some stuff, and I do have a fan. I have not made the time to install it and test it. So yes, guilty as charged. It is on my list. I promise you it's on my list. I'm just not going to promise when it's going to be done anymore. I'm not doing it. I may get on it this week. It may be 2 weeks. We're going to get on it, Levi, I promise. In the meantime, enjoy some house building videos. I got plenty of those. Let's see here. So Byron says, like your YouTube, you give me a lot of good ideas and learned a lot. Thanks. I hope I don't come off as a know-it-all because I tell you all the time, I'm learning all this stuff myself. I have no prior construction experience, never worked in the industry, nothing like that. We're all here to learn together. And I regurgitate a lot of this stuff that I've either read, figured out, or that people in the industry, some of y'all have shared with me. So we might as well share it and give it all back. That way you can learn just as I have. I have always used Google and YouTube as a learning resource. It is one of the best there is. You can get on here and laugh, you can get on here and cry, you can be entertained, or you can get on here and learn something. And I love the learning aspect of YouTube. I think it's awesome. So I'm happy to share. Glad you're learning something from the channel. Let's see here. Will you have predator problems with the woods when you start your garden? When will you start your garden? So 2 questions. Predator problems, always going to be an issue around here. Always. We have hawks, we have bald eagles, we have coyotes, we have bobcats, we have bears, we have...
Speaking of the predator that keeps getting in our garden, the rabbits.
Well, I wouldn't call a rabbit a predator.
It is to our garden.
Somehow they keep sliding through my small fence, eating my garden up. Yes, that's going to be a constant problem. We're going to have to use some of these cellular cameras that I have to keep an eye on things, to notify us when something's snooping around, say the chicken pen. And sad part of life here, trying to start a small farm is I'm going to have to do some trapping and taking care of some of these problem animals because they're just not taken care of like they're supposed to be. We've got a horrible coyote problem here, and I only know one other neighbor that tries to take care of them with me. It got so bad this past spring that they were starting to come out and run around here in the daylight. That is very uncommon for them. 2, 3 at a time. That's going to be a big problem with animals. So it's just part of living out in the country. This is their home too, and we're just going to have to protect what's ours. When the garden is going to start, into March is when I always start planting my potatoes. They're first, another week or two behind that. Once we start thinking we're getting close to the last frost, I'll plant the rest of the garden, which is usually around April. Now, last year, we got one of those Easter frosts, and it wound up wiping out a good chunk of my garden. So we've got to be very careful about how early we plant here. We may not get another frost at all, or we may get 5 more. Who knows? Actually, it's going to be 33 tonight. We're going to get another frost tonight. So, end of March, about the time we're all hoping the house is going to be done. Oh, goodness gracious. So, looks like Cass jumped on. Mr. Jimmy just jumped on.
Okay.
Yeah. They're both saying, what the heck? Would y'all ride together? They're both jumping on the same time. Sorry, we're late. Y'all been chit-chatting offline, huh? Let's see here. So Cass says he can't stay long. There he goes. Just jumped on late. Now he's saying he can't stay. Smoking burgers and tri-tip. He cooks a lot of tri-tip for friends and kids wrestling team. That's right. And yeah, Cash's son won him a patch this week. Been doing good in wrestling. I know he's a proud papa right there. So you enjoy your time. I don't blame you there at all. So Lou jumped on and says good evening and love how the ceiling turned out. The house is looking great. Thank you very much. We couldn't be any more pleased with that ceiling, or at least I couldn't be.
It's gorgeous.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Everything turned out so good, so good. I'm reading some questions. So what's the name of the other channel? It is the Kelley's Outdoors. I haven't posted over there much because, well, I've been living in that house, working on that thing a lot. But there's I think 100 and something videos over there of fishing, hunting, wild game cooking. If y'all are into that, there's quite a bit of wild game cooking over there. And I plan on getting some more videos out on that channel this year because, well, I've kind of let it go. But the Kelley's Outdoors, just how it sounds. Don't forget EY on the Kelley's. For some reason, doesn't hardly want to bring us up without the EY. Oh, okay. Now Uncle Tim invites us to Vermont. Now he does. All right, I appreciate the invite. Now I had to pull it out of you. Let's see here. So Jerry asked, did I see the video on the epoxy countertop that he sent? Yes, I actually watched several of them. I had quite a few people send those in. Cool idea. I really like it. We just decided it's not for us for the kitchen. Now, we may use that elsewhere. By the way, I apologize if y'all keep hearing the tile saw running over there. It's the sound of progress.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But I guess an update to let y'all know, we picked our granite out. We told y'all that last week. The company came out and measured 2 days ago, brought their little 3D device in that just snaps a bunch of quick lines. You talk with the guy real quick, he gets a sink measurement, hauls butt. And I think either this Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember the date, they had a cancellation. They're trying to slide us in really early. So we're probably going to have our countertops in this week. If we do, I'll release a short video for that.
We're excited about that.
Very excited. Granite had a specific look that we wanted. It's got lots of colorations in it to tie everything in, from the wood to the flooring to the black trusses. So I just couldn't have pulled that off with epoxy, to be perfectly honest. And she had a natural stone look that she really wanted. Granted, it was. We've been back and forth. Nothing pleased us the way that granite did. I think we've just always envisioned granite and wood cabinets ever since we used to stay in some mountain homes back in Tennessee, and we knew that's kind of the style of house that we wanted to build. Well, let's see. So Sue says the ceiling looks incredible. What project is next? Patiently waiting for the stairs, and does the flooring come first? Yes, it will. The stairs is going to actually be after CO. Actually, the whole loft, the railing, stairs, everything, I'm going to tie in after we get the certificate of occupancy. We don't need none of that done to live in the house anyways. And I have been really kicking some ideas around the last few days for stairs. Casey over at Henderson's How To has been talking with me about some ideas. There's a lot of moving parts for the stairs, a lot. From tools to design ideas to materials, everything. So it's going to be a little bit for the stairs. The next big project in the house is either going to be, I'm jumping back out on the siding to complete that, or most likely flooring. I need to get the flooring done, then I can put vanities in, I can put plumbing in, and we can start working toward that CO and testing out some of the plumbing side of things in the house. I thought she was going to find Bullet. I guess he's about there to lay it up, taking him a nap. Oh, let's see here. So Darren and Joanne says also the black trimming around the trusses look great. Yes, I'm really pleased with how that black trim turned out. I'd kind of always envisioned doing that, giving you a nice crisp line. And once you're down on the floor, it just all looks like it's part of the truss. You can't see the trim, you can't see nothing. You just see jet black. You don't see no hollow cavities, no wood, no insulation. The trim did exactly what it was supposed to do. So very happy with the way that turned out. And from day one, everybody keeps asking us, you know, why and are you going to wrap the trusses? Absolutely not. We built a pole barn house, no point in hiding its roots. We knew that black truss was always going to be exposed, and I can't be any happier with how that black and wood and knots and all that stuff contrast. I think it looks great. Yeah, it looks great. Plus, go ahead and
It's a different character.
let y'all in on something else. I may have finally, oh my goodness, what a fiasco it's been. You
smell something burning?
yeah.
It ain't my hair, is
No,
it?
no. Smelled something burning. It could be the fire behind us. I don't know, man. That's what we're smelling burning.
I hope.
Something funky in that wood. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked here. I may have went through a heck of a fiasco and installed our ceiling fan today, and I love the way it looks with that black truss. It looks so good. So I've kind of always envisioned a lot of this stuff, the way it was going to tie together, from paint colors to cabinets and everything else. I can kind of see things in the future like that. It's just the way my mind works, and it's just, I'm very pleased with the way it's coming out. It's coming out awesome. And the stairs is going to tie all that stuff in together too. I'm just trying to figure out how much of what in each material and the way I want to build it. So big project coming. Let's see here. Robert says he just subbed our other channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's see what else we got here. Jimmy, Uncle. So I want to call him Uncle Jimmy. Might as well, Uncle Jimmy. He said, I bet Tiffany's all smiles after seeing that awesome job on that pine ceiling. She better be.
I am.
Better be grinning from ear to ear.
Like we said earlier, we just go out there and just stare at it.
Well,
it's beautiful.
So Crystal asked, do we grow our own herbs? You know what? I have never got into growing herbs. I don't know why. A lot of them are very easy to grow around here, and I should.
Yeah, we probably will eventually.
We need to play with that. I've got little beds out there that'd be perfect for experimenting with that. I really need to do that.
I want to have something pretty close to the house for the herbs.
Well, we can put them in little flower pots and everything else.
Just walking all the way out there to get herbs whenever I'm in the middle of cooking.
Walking all the way out there. Sounds like she needs to live in the city on a little city lot. We bought this property to walk around on and enjoy ourselves.
I know, but if I'm in the middle of cooking, been like, oh, that would have been good in it. I don't want to go all the way out there.
So Nature Nut wants to know how long we've been married. I need to wet my throat, and I'm gonna let you talk in case I get it wrong. Yeah, tell them how long we've been married, baby.
This year will be 15 years that we've been married, and we've been together 18.
18 years.
Yeah.
18 years this woman has put up with me. I don't know why. Don't know why. All right, so I see Mr. Robert. Thank you very much. He's always extremely generous.
That is. Thank you.
Appreciate your donation so much. Said enjoy this week content as usual. Very impressed with how your ceiling turned out. Yes, we're very pleased with it, and can't thank you enough for your donation there.
So much.
I promise you, it's going right into that house, like every other donation has. Hey, man. Seeing a bunch of thank yous and everything else. What did Cash say? What did I miss with Cash? Oh, okay. He's talking about his son and the wrestling competition there. So, yeah, congratulations on that. I had to scroll up and find that. By the way, if I miss a comment, ask it over and over, because I tend to have to kind of skip down as these comments are flying by. And I know I missed, Tiffany told me I missed Mr. Mike's comment a couple times last week. Apologize for that. Ask it again. Eventually, I'll catch up with it. I'm not skipping you on purpose. I got to keep up with the flow sometimes. Hey, so I see Lisa Kelley just jumped on. It's crazy how many Kelleys we have on here. And we're not related to none of them, by the way. I call them uncles and everybody else. We ain't related to none of these people. So Vivian says, I guess you're not going to be in the house for Valentine's Day. Nah, negative. Well, I mean,
Isn't that tomorrow?
I think it is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Y'all will learn.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Okay, y'all will learn. We pretty much don't celebrate any corporate type holidays.
He says every day should be Valentine's Day.
Every day, I guess, and it is. It has been for 18 years, as we just learned that we've been together. It's been Valentine's Day. Pretty much about the only holiday we truly celebrate is Thanksgiving. I really like what it's about. It's family. It's about food too.
Well, we celebrate 4th of July.
Yeah, we do. I like fireworks too.
Yeah, we love fireworks.
But when some of these holidays get so corporate that you feel forced to have to buy and do things.
And not that we're anti-Christmas. We do
not
it
at
for
all.
the children.
We like to celebrate for the real reason,
Yeah.
not for feeling like you got to go in debt and spoil everybody.
Yeah, buy gifts for every single person
Yep.
and expect gifts back.
Well, I
and
just
all that.
sometimes really feel that takes away from true meanings of holidays. It really does. But I don't want to sound like the Grinch here either. Let me shut up. Oh, let's see here. So Michael says, what kind of truck do I have? I have a super old 01 GMC 2500. It's been an awesome truck. Actually, I got to work on it. My alternator sounds like the bearing's going bad in it. Hard to get rid of it, especially when you price new trucks. And I have an old 04 GMC that's just as reliable. I like driving those older vehicles. You can get parts anywhere, junkyards.
Did you fix your truck actually?
No, the alternator's over there.
Oh, okay.
I put that on my list too. I changed the alternator out in it. But they've been paid for since the day I've had them. I don't even remember how long I've had the white truck.
And that's so satisfying.
It is extremely satisfying. Not having a big old car payment every month. So satisfying. Nature Nut says, y'all make a great couple. I've been
thank
telling
you.
her that for years. She's lucky to have me. So lucky to have me. Well, so besides the twist you put on your recipes, this is for you, Tiffany, do you post them anywhere for viewers to check out?
I don't, not yet, because I
she
literally only have time to just barely cook as it is. So, yeah, I don't have much time to really, give a lot of detail to it and all that.
Yep.
So
We need to get into that.
one day I'll have more time. Like I literally worked most of the day today too. So
Yes. Sundays for us are not relaxing days
Yeah.
anymore. It's work. She's booking her schedule and patient load for the whole week, calling patients, trying to get all that in
doing
order.
paperwork,
Yeah,
and all that. Yeah.
Sundays it turned into just an all day get ready for the weekday for us. It really has. Oh, so Alexander says, how much do you think you've saved doing most of the work yourself? I don't even have a clue right now. I bet I've saved more than I think that I have, seeing the way things are priced. I've only just dealt with a handful of contractors, only subbed out a few things here, so I'm not up to date on current labor pricing. But I can tell you, materials have went through the roof, and typically labor's priced with materials,
You'll
it seems
probably
like.
get some of that accomplished when you do our taxes.
Yep, so I'm crunching all that right now. I got my
Yeah.
tax appointment in a couple weeks, and I've got to add up a ton of stuff. Then we're going to do a full cost breakdown at the end of the house build. I've promised that since day one. The best thing that I know to do to figure out how much I saved is see what current houses per square foot are being built for right now, and see what ours cost per square foot, and know that the rest is maybe what I saved. That's not a true accurate representation because I have overbuilt the heck out of this house, put a lot of extra materials in it that you wouldn't get with a typical house. But then an offset is a lot of under roof for us is porch, which is relatively inexpensive square footage. But what a lot of the contractors are doing here now is it doesn't matter. Porch is considered under roof square footage. They price it along with the heated and cooled. That didn't used to be the case back in the day. You had a heated and cooled square foot pricing and you had porch. Now, a few years ago, it went to, it's $100 a square foot, doesn't matter, under roof. Doesn't matter if you got 1,300 square foot of porches like us or what. And now I don't even have a clue what it is per square
Yeah,
foot
let
for
us
average
know if
home.
y'all are in Florida, what y'all are hearing quotes of.
Yeah, per
'Cause
square foot, because
prior to COVID, it was like what, $100?
it was 100 and something.
In
No,
our
it was,
area, at
it was
least.
over $100 square foot for a basic custom built
Yeah.
home, like nothing high end at all.
And now we're just hearing like astronomical.
Now we're hearing $200, $300 square foot
Astronomical.
to build homes, and if that's the case, I have saved a ton of money building this house. A
I'm
ton.
pretty sure we have because our quote was going up and up and up before
Yeah.
we got started. So
Yeah, it was. Well, materials were going up and
Right,
up and up
right.
too, so it is what it is. Oh, let's see here. Vivian says, love is not corporate, it's every day for people like us. That's very true. That's why every day is Valentine's Day for us, right?
right.
Right. Let's see. Everybody's begging Chris to, where's the cheese? Show me the cheese. So Cash says, he's sure we've already said it, but what's for dinner? Yes, I'll go ahead and say it this time. So Kevin, who's constantly on our live streams, gave me a private message, I don't know, I think it might have been last weekend, about taco burgers. So Tiffany whipped up her version of taco burgers that's got everything in the world in it, and we're going to try a taco themed burger on the Blackstone. Why not? Sounds good to me. Let's try it. And yes, it's got cheese in it, Chris. All right, so Casey, sounds like he must have his wife texting for him. Says,
Yes,
yes,
she
he's
did.
driving, but he's just listening to you guys. I'm making sure of that. We're almost home, though. Tell Tiffany we hate that we didn't get to see her when we stopped by.
know.
Yep.
I was hoping to get to meet y'all as well.
Yep. So that's Miss Jessica there.
One
That's
day.
Casey's wife. They stopped by last week on their way to Orlando to
We hope
go
y'all
to
have
the
a safe
International
drive
Builder
home.
Show. Yep. Sounds like they're almost home. So that's awesome. That's a heck of a drive from Orlando all the way out to Panama City.
It is.
People don't realize how big and stretched out Florida is. I mean, you can drive for hours and hours and hours. Everybody's saying Tiffany needs her own cooking channel. I 100% agree. We just got to find the time.
Yeah,
We need the time.
Time is the problem there.
Yeah. So Chris says, I saved 1 cent and spent $250,000 on new tools. I don't think it was quite that much. But hey, now them tools are paid for and I get to use them to work on something later.
Sense of humor.
Yeah, I'd like to say what Chris is, but I can't on the live stream and it's Sunday. I shouldn't talk that way, Chris. Oh, you pick her some wildflowers. We ain't got no wildflowers right now. Heck, we had 3 frosts this last week, another one in the morning. Everything is pretty much dead other than the grass that stays by the trees. Usually the frost doesn't hit that, but everything else is browning down. Let's see, details about Mexico. So, Darren and Joanne asked, do we take the boat out on the Gulf of Mexico on the other channel? Absolutely we do.
Yes.
We got quite a few videos
Hopefully
of
more
us
this
doing
year.
that. Yeah, we did not do as much as we should have last
I
year.
went out twice.
Yeah, we did very little beach and sandbar hanging out last year. Typically, we're better than that.
Yes, one of our favorite places to go is Dog Island. We love it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're itching to go.
Yep. So Scott says we're young whippersnappers. I haven't heard that in a while, and they've been married 40 years in the March.
Wow.
Well, congratulations,
Awesome.
congratulations. What's your secret? So Matthew says 110 per square foot to build a new home in Florida is what he's seeing. Well, heck, that's what it was before COVID. Well, is that a spec home or custom? I'd be curious to know about that because we were doing a custom home beforehand, and I think it may have been a little more than 110. What we're quoting, and that was with 900 square foot of porches. And keep in mind, I added up a while back. I think I've got $25 a square foot in a porch. So you can see there is a lot of catching up and profit making in the under roof square footage.
Yeah.
Like keep in mind, yeah, $110 times 1,300 over there. That's just how much to build porches, which is a slab and a roof. Yeah, that's where they can get you. And we want our porches, but I'm not paying $110 square foot for a porch. Ain't happening. Chris says he'll have to block me for a potty mouth. I didn't say nothing. Cheese is horrible. Hate cheese. What you think about that? So Jason says, hello from Alaska. Your place is really coming together quickly now. What's going on the grill tonight? Yeah, I see a lot of people are jumping on. Everybody's thinking about food for the big game. We're doing taco hamburgers, but with Tiffany's twist of a recipe that a viewer sent us
speaking
last
of that,
week.
it's already 5:45. I better get that thing going.
Yeah, she's about to roll at the door. We got it closed again because it's been windy, so you're going to hear some racket for a second. She's going to start warming the Blackstone up, and then we'll do some cooking. I'll keep answering some of your questions. All right, let's see here. So Cash says, am I going to sell my tools after the house is done because you're retiring after the house build? Are you crazy? Heck no, I ain't selling no tools. I got other stuff to build. And we may do an addition down the road. Yes, I'm retiring from a brand new house build, but I may do an addition. And no, those tools are going to use on a lot of other stuff. The only thing I may sell would be the lift, but me and a friend are in on halves on that. So it's totally up to him if and or when we ever decide to sell it. We both have agreed that we're going to use it for at least a year plus, knock out all the projects we can think of, then we'll talk about it. That's not even really a tool, that's a piece of equipment, but that's the only thing I'm considering. All the other hand tools, heck no. I can use them on so many other projects. No way I'm getting rid of them. Reading a few more comments. So Robert says he thought of once creating a TV show called the New Yuppie Workshop where you find projects to do just to justify new tool purchases. I like your thinking.
Oh.
I like your thinking.
No.
Hey! So Danny says he spent the better part of 2 days driving from Key West to Pensacola. Took forever. He never thought he'd get out of Florida. That's right. It took us 10.5 hours to drive from North Florida to Key West, and then you can drive another 6 hours from here out to Pensacola. So you can literally drive in this state for 16 straight hours if you wanted to. That's how stretched out this state is. Just crazy to think about it that way. All right. Uh-oh. So Patricia said, Love Dog Island, their B&B blew away, I guess, whenever that bad hurricane hit. Very sorry to hear that. Mm-hmm. So Darren and Joanne says, great video of Dog Island. Really enjoyed the drone flyovers. So you have seen some of those videos over there then. And, yep, talking about the big tree right there, we absolutely love these golden sunsets that you get every afternoon in the wintertime. That's one of the first things I know when winter's here. In the fall, you can start seeing that golden sunset, and I love the way it looks on the oak. Love it. Absolutely love these afternoons. So Rehab Life just jumped on. No problem. No need to apologize. Get on when you can. And Cash says we have to do cow camp. I'm sure she probably has added some. I think we did some last weekend or just the other day on a meal. I can't remember, but we were talking about you. And actually in a good way. Kevin says, I need to lubricate the shop door. Yes, I do. I keep talking about it, and I've yet to do it. And I've actually even got spray silicone spray over there just for that. Spray silicone spray. That was stupid. Why did I say that? And Shauna says, still haven't greased the doors. Family Farm Homestead says, oh, okay. I'll get it. I got it. I'll get on the doors. So Alexander says, what part of Florida are we from? Because I talk about the cold a lot. I'm from North Florida, North Central, up near Tallahassee, about 40 miles from the Georgia line. And when I talk cold, I'm talking cold for Florida standards. But seriously, all last week, frost every single morning, frost tomorrow. We've had a couple of team days this year as far as the wind chill goes. We've had 22-degree actual days, 24, 26-degree days, pile of days in the high 20s, low 30s. So it gets colder here than a lot of people realize for Florida. It's just been a real winter, with the exception of December. It was like swimming weather this past December. I don't know what was going on. But now the cold weather's been here and hitting us. Actually, the last few days here, it's been overcast. It was even spitting rain this morning. It's just been nasty winter weather. Hey, hush. We're doing the live stream. Hey, you'd like to put him in there.
I'm here now.
Bullets done spotted the towel guy. Post that, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. So Family Farm Homestead says 900 miles across Texas. I tell you what, I drove from here to Austin, Texas one time. 32-hour round trip. I drove it straight, no stopping. 16 hours one way, picked up something 60 hours back. I never want to make that trip again. That was insane. Oh my goodness, that was so far away. So Danny asked, have we had any panther sightings in our area? Yes, we actually have. Many people don't talk about it or post photos much because they're a protected species, and last thing you want is FWC snooping all around on your property. I've never personally spotted them on this property, but just a few miles down the road, I have seen a couple of different pictures of actual panthers, and I'm talking like 3-4 miles down the road. So yeah, they're absolutely here without a doubt. So, Darren and Joanne says, did the squirrel come back for his nuts? I hate to tell you all this. No, he did not. I set up cameras and everything, set those nuts out there for probably close to 2 weeks. Went down there, decided I needed my IBC tote because I was splitting firewood, dumped every one of them nuts out. I mean, it was a buffet. It was free. Anything could have come by and picked them up, from a deer to a squirrel, whatever. They didn't get them. And I know they snoop all around that area, so I don't know why they didn't pick them up when they were just sitting on the bottom of the IBC tote for them. Who knows? So Kimberly, all the way in from New Zealand, said watching with her dad there. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you jumping on. You know what? New Zealand is on my bucket list. That's one of the few places on this planet that I've always said I've got to travel and go see, before kick the bucket. That is such a gorgeous, beautiful place. I've always seen videos and pictures of it. New Zealand looks absolutely amazing. And I think you're the first person that I can remember jumping on watching from New Zealand. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. Goodness gracious, it's got to be really late over there right now, really late. So Shauna says, old Bullet's a good watchdog. He thinks he is. He thinks he's 100 pounds and can tear anybody up until, well, they tell him, get back or whatever, then he shuts up. So I guess our tile guy just left. Okay, tile guy's gone. So he made some progress today. Appreciate him coming out on the weekend and working. Let's see what else we got here. And Cash says he saw Patches. So Patches is our cat that's not our cat that randomly shows up. Believe it or not, I haven't seen Patches in, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know if Patches is still around anymore. Who knows? I was fine with him coming around eating the little mice or whatever else he could catch. So Alexander says our channel and Outdoors with the Morgans is his favorite 2 channels. Hey, I like being compared to a bigger channel. Maybe one day we can get up to old Mike Morgan standards right there. So appreciate you watching and glad you enjoy the channel. Goodness gracious, everybody keeps telling me grease the door, grease the door. I guess we're gonna have a door greasing video this week then. So Acorns and Lilies all the way from Alberta just jumped on. Appreciate you chatting with us. I tell you what, we've got more people on here tonight than I was expecting to be a Super Bowl night. It's over 200 people. And as other people often say, don't forget to hit the old thumbs up if you like watching these live streams. It really does help. And Redmilla, I still hope I'm saying your name correctly, says, have to go, say goodnight. She is all the way over, oh goodness, where was it again? Other side of Italy. Trying to remember the name of your country. I know it's got to be so late there. Appreciate you constantly watching and commenting on videos all the time. I see you every single day. So appreciate that. Go to bed, get you some sleep, and we'll catch you on the next video there. Thank you for watching. Let's see here. So, wow, 11:49 a.m. on Monday. Okay, so it's not as late as I thought all the way over New Zealand. That's weird. We have quite a few people that jump on from Australia too, and it's always the next day. It's Sunday here, sun setting, getting ready to go to bed, and it's already morning over there, and y'all are getting with it. That blows my mind to think about it like that. You've literally time traveled back to us. Yeah, Monday there, Sunday here. It's just a little weird. Yeah, so Rusty jumped on. Appreciate you jumping on and checking us out. And Casey's like me. He didn't even know the Super Bowl was tonight and still don't know who's playing. That's how into sports I am.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Miss Tiffany says the Blackstone's ready. We're going to do a little cooking. I'll keep answering your questions, so keep asking. Oh, my back. Y'all think little man's liking the fire right there? You warming up, buddy? You warming up? Yeah. He's already done burned a couple holes in that sweater. He loves heat so much, he doesn't care.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful. All right, so here are my taco burgers.
Taco burgers. At first, I thought that was chunks of blood all in there.
No, this is deer meat with a couple of tablespoons of salsa and half of a small can of black beans, cheese, and a tablespoon of chilies. And I did crunch up a little mini bag of Doritos into it just to give it some texture.
Supposed to do Frito-Lays, man.
I did the Doritos.
Supposed to do Fritos.
I like Doritos.
All right. So sorry, Kevin. We did not follow your recipe at all.
Taco seasoning and ranch seasoning. Well, half a pack of ranch seasoning.
I was wondering if you was going to say taco seasoning. You got to have that in a taco burger.
Absolutely. And this is enough for us to have for lunch tomorrow and dinner.
I was about to say, I see some more hiding
y'all
underneath there.
see how many I put on here. Don't be alarmed. We're not using them all tonight.
Oh, yeah. So, am I planning anything special for Valentine's Day? To be honest with you, no, we have never truly, we don't really celebrate many holidays at all. And to be perfectly honest with you, we're both the type that if there's something you want or need, well, we just take care of it throughout the year. We don't wait for a holiday to tell us that we've got to get it. And I'm not going out and fighting everybody in restaurants tomorrow when we can just have leftover deer burgers. Welcome to the country. See, she said exactly. I'm not being mean. She agrees. So, Bible Biker Church. There he is, Pastor Fred there. Welcome. Hey, Bullet. He's gone, buddy. He been gone. What you barking at? Shh. It's all good. Danny says, I asked the New Zealand people to give us the Powerball numbers so we can get to building the other stuff. Boy, if time travel worked like that, we'd be retired. We'd be doing good. So Alan says he thinks that us two have a problem with food. I like to agree. And we're not breaking up. Me and food love each other. So Kevin says he doesn't measure whenever he makes it and it works out good. Tiffany's not much of a measurer either.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the problem with my cooking channel is I don't measure very well.
Yeah, she's not going to have a clue how to tell people how much this is. It's just a dash of this, a dash of that.
Measure with love, like whatever you feel like.
That's right. Cash doesn't see cheese. Are you crazy? Look at all that cheese in there. You don't see that yellow cheese?
And more to top it in a few minutes.
That's that, was it Fiesta blend cheese or something we call it?
Yes. I'm dropping oil on the slice.
Don't worry, Bullet will lick it up. Oh my goodness. This deer had no idea how good it was going to be treated.
And then I have a nacho boat here that I made that I'm going to warm up on the Blackstone towards the end.
Yeah. So there's actual nachos in there?
Nacho, salsa, queso, and cheese.
Heck yeah. All right. Sounds good to me. So Darren and them asked, do we reheat tomorrow in the microwave oven and does it taste okay? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Now something like nachos, if we had leftover, we'll throw in the little toaster oven in there under a broil and that'll crisp them back up. But as far as something like a burger, no. Throw it right in the microwave, you're good to go.
And I have me a little lunchbox hot plate thing that I plug in my car, so that's what I'll be eating out of.
Yeah. Nacho cheese. Oh, now you want me to make a not your cheese joke. Marty says, where's them grilled onions? That does sound mighty good, but
there's onions in the hamburger.
yeah, there you go. And we're trying to get away from a traditional American burger here and experiment a little that one of the viewers gave us. So Mr. Terry Turtle just jumped over from Australia. I was just talking about, we typically have a lot of viewers from Australia.
I'm going to wash my hands.
So Casey says he's moving in the loft. I got news for you, Casey. You're going to have to fight Chris and Cash on that. They've already claimed your room. Alexander says a great looking Blackstone. I tell you what, I am shocked at how well this thing is held up. But we do our best to always season it, take care of it, no rust, and one of the biggest things is it stays out here in the shop under a roof. There's our other Blackstone.
One day we'll be underneath there.
Yeah, and it may actually rust up a little more and be hard to take care of underneath that back porch. It's exposed to the elements. Yep. So, question for you: did you grow up in a family of good cooks and learn from them, or did you just pick things up along the way? Your food always looks so good.
Absolutely. I was cooking at 6 years old. My grandmother was an awesome cook, and she taught me a lot.
Yep.
She was just cooking every Sunday for a whole group of family members, and during the week just always made all these great, delicious meals. And then my mom also can cook very well as well, so I learned from her. So I've been cooking since I was 6.
I think that's kind of normal around here. In the area that we live in, you grew up growing gardens, stores were a long ways off. There was really not many restaurants, so everybody kind of learned to cook from home, I think, and eat fresh and hunt, fish, grow things like that. So there's a lot of people around here that grew up with that experience. I know my mom cooked amazingly well, and it made me absolutely want to find a woman that knew how to cook because I love me some food, and she loves it too. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing much that gets us more excited than eating some food or going out to a nice restaurant. We just absolutely love it. So Mr. Jimmy says he's got to jump off. He's going to eat him some taco salads.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. I'm sorry, I'm way behind on comments. I'll keep catching them.
He's meeting our theme.
Yeah. So, wow, Uncle Tim, thank you very, very much. Just made an extremely generous donation.
Thank you.
Says everyone has a wonderful week. Enjoy the Super Bowl and remember to be kind.
Yes,
Amen
always.
to that, sir. Thank you so much for your generosity. Truly appreciated. And now I'm seeing I'm way behind on comments. Hard reading them off this little phone. So Acorns and Lily says, instead of all the guys fighting over moving in the loft, she'll move in, clean the house for Tiffany while she makes all that great food. Yep, that got Tiffany's attention. Sounds like Cash, Chris, nobody else is going to make it up to the...
offered anything other than rent.
Well, I don't know. Chris did offer a pretty generous $1,800 a month rent.
Did. Where does Chris live again?
Up in, is it New Hampshire, New Jersey, somewhere way up north. I've done forgot now. I feel horrible. Yeah, it's been hard to try to keep up with where everybody lives and full names and all that. I'm doing the best I can. He lives up where it snows. I know that. Oh. So, yep, Robert says we need to get a cover to protect it once we move over to the house. I have a feeling this could wind up getting integrated into our kitchen countertop. I cannot wait to do some stuff like that. So Dan says, are we going to watch the game for the funny commercials? Will not. What I'll do is probably jump on YouTube tomorrow the next day and watch the commercial highlights. That's the way you do it. Then I ain't got to stay up all late. So, question on average, how long does it take to cut the lawn? So this part up here is considered the yard. Eventually a fence will come across here, and we call that the pasture. But to cut this entire place, there's grass that goes all the way around the perimeter and stuff that y'all are not seeing. It takes me about 7 or 8 hours. It's a full day, and it's as much as once a week during the summer if we're getting a lot of rain. I know people think that's crazy and a waste of time. Got to understand, eventually I'm about to cut 9 to 10 acres of it off once I put a fence up, and there's going to be cows and other animals out there grazing, so I have a lot less to mow once that happens.
We got a little brown, but that's okay. It had cheese and everything in it. I was kind of expecting it to be a little brown.
That's all right. They kind of look like smash burgers now. They got that sear on it. That flavor tastes all right. So Casey says he has a Blackstone cover he'll send us. Hey, man, if you ain't using it, we'll take it. So Joe's Crayon says he's making dinner while you're cooking. I kind of would, if we ever do get her that cooking live stream, maybe once a month or every so often, I would love to kind of put that out there. Hey guys, we're going to cook this. Y'all go to the store, get your ingredients. We're cooking on such and such date, and we may do hour and a half long live stream. Yep, of all of us cooking together. So I've kind of always had that idea. I thought that'd be nice. So Chris says they're moving to Florida in 3 years anyways when his son finishes high school. Well, how about that? You can get away from all that snow and cold weather. So Glenn asked how the trees I planted doing. Awesome. I don't know if y'all can see with this camera. Sadly, I cannot zoom in live mode, but they're popping up, and those may look short. A lot of those are actually 4 foot tall. Tiffany and I went out there and looked at them just the other day. They're starting to explode this year, and that's typically how they do. So Cash says, also Chris and them can split all the firewood for me. I'm liking that. Y'all split it, I'll sell it and keep the money. I like that.
Sounds like a good deal, too.
So Jay Hess says he was just on the west side of Tallahassee, but back in Alabama now. So you were over there in the Quincy area. I don't know where you're talking about. And Shauna says they definitely want that cooking channel. Man, that was quick.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about a meal like this. It is quick, although it was a lot of prep. It was absolutely a lot of prep.
And then I have my chipotle mayo to go with it.
Well, heck yeah.
Lettuce and tomatoes. Pretty easy, but I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah. So, another question for you. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Probably chicken parmesan.
Really?
Yeah. It's...
Well, I want you to start cooking it once a week for me. Once a week. Because that's probably my favorite thing to eat.
It's my favorite thing to cook because I love it, but it's time consuming. So that's why I don't cook it that often.
Yeah.
But I do love cooking it. But if I had to say what my favorite thing to cook is more frequently, I don't know. What's something I make all the time? I think meatloaf. Meatloaf, probably.
Actually, I haven't had a meatloaf in a while either. We need to do some of that. Well, I know you said her favorite thing to cook. My favorite thing to eat is her chicken parmesan. I love it. I absolutely love it. She double batters it. I mean, and it's deep fried. It's not the world's healthiest, although you did one the other day that was pretty good. And remember, how did you do it?
I don't even remember that.
It was almost like a non-deep fried chicken parmesan you did a while back. It was almost like a skinless chicken breast and didn't have all the batter on it.
Is that when I made the sliders?
Maybe it was. I remember it being pretty stinking good. We love Italian food. I absolutely love her chicken parmesan.
All right, Chris.
Here comes more cheese. So John says, what's for dessert after the meal? Well, we do not eat dessert. And we
goodness.
don't need to with the way that we eat.
Thank goodness we don't eat dessert.
We both are
Be
not.
a lot heavier than what we are.
Yeah, neither of us are dessert people at
Now,
all.
Andrew eats like a little handful of chocolates before or after he eats.
Well, I like a chocolate covered almond whenever the mood hits me, or a little chocolate covered, like dark chocolate caramel, something like that if I'm just craving something sweet. But as far as cakes and desserts and everything else, we don't make them at all.
I know someone asked me to think of a dessert on the black side. I've got to do that.
Oh Lord, you probably have better to make one in the Instapot. So, do we cook fish on the grill that we catch? Absolutely. It was.
Yeah, you missed it last
Yeah, last weekend I think we made blackened fish sandwiches, right?
We made tacos.
Oh yeah, blackened fish tacos. Yep. And we'll also gas grill it. We'll charcoal grill it. I even smoke fish. I cook it lots of different kinds of ways. Tater tot casserole. Hey, we actually do make
That's
some of
kind
those.
of like the shepherd's pie that we make.
Yep, we make those absolutely.
Yes.
The vault says they just had meatloaf tonight. I'm kind of in the mood for one. It's been a little while. So Norman said he just jumped on. Welcome. Yep, see, banana breads and desserts and things like that. I just don't know why we never got into it.
Banana bread though.
We like our meats and vegetables. Honestly, I'd rather have vegetables any day of the week than desserts. I'm kind of weird like that. I grew up eating fresh vegetables out of the garden.
Now, ice cream? Oh,
She does like it. And you know what?
I don't buy it.
And we bought us a homemade ice cream maker last year, and we made ice cream one time. We got to jump on that this year. And I think I know where to find some ice for that ice maker. Ice cream maker. So see, Tough Ram's talking my kind of language, spaghetti. I love me some spaghetti. She used to cook it so much for me, she's burnt out on it.
I did cook it this past week.
Yeah, she did. Oh, I used to make her cook it once a week. I love that stuff. So what's our favorite fish to cook and eat? We don't get it to cook because it's not quite available locally, but my favorite fish by far is yellowfin tuna steaks. It is just, it's an amazing fish.
But what we cook is...
I love grouper's good, but I like redfish.
Redfish on a half shell is really good.
Redfish on the half shell, blackened redfish, that's all delicious stuff.
All right, I would say these are about done.
Heck yeah. Cheese on top of cheese. And speaking of cheese, Shane has loaded us up. I got to start tearing into all of his packages. We got cheese for days.
We do.
Let's see here.
And I'll give you a little sneak peek of the nachos.
Yeah. Take a peek at that, and then we may wrap this thing up and go do some eating, y'all. See, there's a vote on there for some baked ziti. We haven't had ziti in forever. Oh, and you can do the sausage in it.
Yep.
Go write that on your list. Seriously.
I have it on my list.
Okay, man. Some baked ziti sounds awesome. So, Royal Red Shrimp. I've never heard of them. We just have Gulf shrimp here. And sadly, I am highly allergic to shrimp. Swells my throat up. So, I can't eat them anymore. Oh, look at that, y'all.
And it's bubbling.
It is bubbling. Nachos.
It looks so good.
Yep. How are we going to crisp that cheese up? You'll just flip that thing over
I
on the
like
grill.
it when you can just pull the cheese apart.
Well, okay. Well, you cooking, so we're going to eat it how you like then.
So you want me to skirt it? Is
No.
that what you want me to do?
Don't worry with it. It might make a mess. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, goodness. All right.
We are done.
Yep, we are. I'm sorry. I know some people just jumped on, but we're just got done with the cooking. We made some taco burgers that's got all kinds of stuff in there. Watch that back because we've never had this before. Thanks to Kevin, one of our viewers, for suggesting we tried, although we butchered his recipe greatly. Kind of made our own twist on it, but I've never had this before. Really curious about it.
Yes, I am too.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for cooking. Thank you for the generosity, the donations, the thumbs up, the likes. Means the world to us. It really does. We're always excited about doing these live streams. We're looking forward to doing many, many more. Take one more peek at that food. Oh, I'm about to tear this stuff up, y'all. A lot of videos coming this week. Great mix of videos. Some viewer requested stuff too. So I've been working on stuff today, all weekend long. big projects in the house coming too. Thank y'all so much for watching.
Yes, good night.
Truly appreciate you. Take care and God bless. See y'all. Hang on, Bullet. You gonna say bye? All right. Bullet says goodbye.